ミャンマーとの国境の町メソートにバンコクから8時間かけバスが到着した。コロナで渡航が難しい中、トーン・ジョーはやってきた。彼は33年前、この地で民主派リーダーを務めていた。
We need to make a very concrete action and to support each other. So I have experience, so I want to work together with the new government and NUG government, and we will fight back because this time not only the border areas but also inside the plains, all the Burmese are fighting back, not the ethnic minorities. All the majority Burmese are fighting back, so we must win.
学生の訃報を見せる37歳のトーン・ジョー。当時ビルマと呼ばれたミャンマーで1988年、全国民が放棄する民主化デモが起こった。国軍は非武装のデモ隊に発砲、3000人以上が亡くなった。彼は全ビルマ学生民主戦線を創設。1万人を超す学生を率いてタイ国境沿いのジャングルに立てこもり、国軍と戦った。国境の橋の対側、出国手続きに並ぶ車や人の列はない。今回の軍事クーデターはコロナで国境が封鎖されている間に起こった。
He's a man, my friend. It's like my younger brother. He's an American citizen, and he crossed the river. You know, he crossed the river, and his friend called me to meet him in the Myavari hotel. And I warned him that it might be a trap, you can't go. He wanted to support him. But when he got into the hotel, the military intelligence were waiting for him and catch up on the spot. And later, we saw his face on the military-run broadcasting that he said he apologized and he will not do it again, you know, but they never release him because he's supporting the democratic forces to support buy some kind of clothing, you know. That's why he was captured.
ミャンマーとの往来が途絶えて1年半以上、人や物を運んでいた業者は廃業し、廃墟が目立つ。一人の客もいない市場で営業している店があった。ミャンマー製の商品を扱っている。
ไม่มีคนเลยปิดตั้งนานแล้ว
เกือบ2 ปีแล้วตั้งแต่โควิด
ตั้งแต่โควิดนี่เลย
ล็อกยังไงบ้างหรือว่า
เข้ามาไม่ได้อะ
เข้ามาไม่ได้เลย
400 500 300ถ้าอย่างนั้นมันก็จะเป็นตลาดมืดเปิดอย่างนี้แหละ
ใช่เห็นด้วยครับผมเห็นด้วย
เมื่อก่อนเขาจะขายข้างหลังนี้
ตอนนี้ไม่มีแล้วเนาะ
ไม่มีเลยล้อมลงหนามไว้หมดเลยแต่เขายังไม่ได้เปิด
乾物などを売るミャンマー人でにぎわっていた国境沿いはご覧の通り、密入国を防ぐ鉄条網が張り巡らされている。渡船場も閉鎖され人気がない。トーン・ジョーは33年ぶりにかつての激戦地を訪ねた。ワンカー村、そこには日本語で書かれた石碑がある。国軍と半世紀以上にわたって戦っているカレン族の義勇兵となり、この地で亡くなった3人の日本人青年の記念碑だ。国境まで攻めてきた国軍にトーン・ジョーら民主派学生も応戦した。
ABSDF like 100 or something members are there, so they give us like a Rambo. We have a cross, you know, bullet, you know, belt, and we have a M16. We have a AK-47, whatever. So all the students are shooting. One student is a high school student. He shouted. He said, "You guys kill our friend without mercy because we don't have guns. Now we have guns. I will kill you back. And he is shouting and shooting. And suddenly one bullet hit, slipped on his cheek, and he have a brown mark. But he's a very brave boy, because they start shooting at 3 a.m. and stop at 4 p.m. So we don't have lunch or breakfast. Yeah, we have our food after 4 p.m. Everybody was exhausted and thirsty. Yeah. And there's a fierce battle, and the Wanka market was burned down, and the Burmese troops were fled away, and their major surrendered to the Thai army. It's a very memorable day. We win the battle, and they lost 700 lives. We have 3% died.
軍が書いた憲法のもと、いわば半分だけの民主主義が10年ほど続いていたが、軍は今年2月、クーデターを起こし、武力で全権を掌握した。1ヶ月前にタイへ逃げ出してきた政党党首は、
They are quite cruel. It's difficult to imagine. It's not like a professional army. Yeah, like a group of the people who have guns. Not try to bully the people. I mean, try to destroy the shop. Try to get the things, whatever they want. Yeah, that's a difference, I think, between 1988 and now. In 1988, yes, they killed. Not like this. Now they kill every day. They kill the whole country. They attack the villages. They fire the villages. They kill the people. I mean, and they just kill the ordinary farmers.
ရွာထဲကိုစစ်တဲ့စစ်ကြောင်းထိုးလာလို့ကလေးတွေကရှောင်ပြီးလာနေတဲ့ကလေးတွေဒီကလေးကဒီမှာဘာမှမကြားရတဲ့ကလေးတွေမဟုတ်ဘူး။ကိုမ12နှစ်လောက်ရှိတဲ့ကလေးလေးပါပါတယ်။အမျိုးသမီးတွေပါတယ်။ကျဲ။အဲ့ဒီခင်ဗျားတို့ကြည့်ကြပါခင်ဗျားတို့ကြည့်ကြ။မာကြီးကကြည့်ကြ။နော်။ဒါတတိကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်ငံမှာရင်ဆိုင်နေရတဲ့ဘဝတွေ။ဒါတွေကိုခင်ဗျားတို့နားလည်ဖို့လိုအပ်ပြီ။
ここは88年の民主派弾圧を機にタイ側にできた難民キャンプ。30年の間に多くの人が欧米の第三国へ移住していった。タイ内務省の管轄で今もおよそ3万人が暮らしているが、今回の軍事クーデターで押し寄せた避難民はおらず、収容人数に変化はないという。国境地帯に立てこもった88世代にはラングーンからの医師もいた。89年、医師が始めた野戦病院は国際的に支援され、今やミャンマーからの移民や難民を見る総合病院に。トーン上はその医師シンシアさんと再会した。
They are not allowed to go to the existing camp. They can cross for temporary, only 5 days or 7 days, and they have to stay in the jungle. No access from international NGO or UN or CBO, so very difficult situation. So people can no longer or doesn't want to cross the border again because very stressful for their family. So especially like you see the health worker, teacher, people who join CDM movement, they all are under threat. And even their families or their properties not safe. And young people in the community, they start form like a people defense force, So it is terrible situation. Also, compared to 88 or previous years, the young people are much more active or united, and the women are more participate and power. And ethnic people with the political, you see, like they have more connection. So there is some, I think, the civil society movement growing, but that's why the government is seriously oppressed. we concerned about people getting more aggressive because the cycle of uncertainty or violence or oppression need to be end because the SEC also they continue violence and they are free from the like their the injustice is also is continued cycle. No? It's already traumatized a lot of traumatized or affect to the whole community. Yeah, the whole community like trust or. So.
今回民主派リーダーや富裕層は少数民族や在外ミャンマー人の手助けでかろうじてタイへ逃れ6000人が難民申請しているという情報も。メソートのカフェでその一人に会った。
လွန်ခဲ့သော10ကမြန်မာနိုင်ငံစစ်ဆိုးရမဲဆောက်မြို့ကစာရွက်တွေဝေတယ်ပြီးတော့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာရှိတဲ့ TV တွေရုပ်မြင်သံကြားတွေကနေအခုတိတ်ဆောင်သွားတဲ့ထိုင်းနိုင်ငံကိုတိတ်ဆောင်သွားတယ်ပြန်လာပါလို့ဖိတ်ခေါ်တယ်သို့တော့ဘယ်သူမှမယုံကြည်ကြဘူးသူတို့ရဲ့အသက်ကိုအလောင်းထပ်လုပ်ပြီးမပြန်ကြဘူးဒါကြောင့်ဒီမှာနေလို့ရတော့နေမယ် UNHCR အစီအစဉ်နဲ့နိုင်ငံခြားကိုသွားဆိုလဲတတိယနိုင်ငံကိုသွားမှာပဲကောင်းပါရင်ကြီးလွန်ခဲ့သော10ရက်
国会議員もその一部。インドやアメリカへ逃れた議員もいるが、ここメソートに亡命政府があるとも言える。ヤンゴン選出の与党議員は。
Since they have so many political friends in Thai border, and some helps them from other country, from the overseas. They get some money from the overseas, but not regularly. Most are stand by own cost. Yeah. We set up the base of this constitution, and we get the agreement with the races and political groups, and I think it gets the successful steps for some extent.
選出議員らが作る国民統一政府なのだが。
We have no lands. It's the one problem. Yes. Some country can understand the situation, but the problem is there is no area we can manage. Yes, as our government.
国民統一政府と少数民族勢力との連携は進んでいるのか。トーン上はカレン民族同盟の幹部を訪ねた。
I mean, the ethnic people are suffering why they are calling for the federalism. The first who understand that they are calling for federalism, the ABSDF. We can say that young people is that. But this time, all over this country, not the ethnic people, also generation said that people inside the country on the road that they are calling to abolish, that their slogan, they are demanding to abolish the 2000 constitution, including NUG also already abolished it. It's 2000. The only organization, the military, to take hold this 2008 constitution according to their policy or their interest. So we can say that we negotiate with the NUG on especially the charter. Then after the charter, there are two parts. The first part is the basic principle of how to reform this country to the federal democracy country. Chapter 1 is chapter 2 is how to the way and the roadmap of how to establish it. We can say that we discussed with them. Now we are on the same boat because our main aim is the same. Our goal.
国内の民主派組織を支援・強化したいトーン上は国境の現状に詳しいサティッドさんから話を聞いた。
เขาจะเข้ามาในเขตมันจะประกอบด้วยเขตกะเหรี่ยงเขาจะเข้ามาในเขตกะเหรี่ยงแต่ไม่เข้าไทยเพราะว่าเรามีอาหารให้สำหรับที่อยู่ในพื้นที่นั้นแต่เขาจะไม่เข้ามาที่นี่นั่น ถูกต้องครับตอนนี้มีด่านทหารอยู่ตามชายแดนต่างๆแต่คุณไม่สามารถที่จะข้ามมาได้เพราะว่าปัญหาหนึ่งก็คือคุณข้ามมาไงคุณก็โดนส่งกลับถ้าคุณโดนส่งกลับถ้าเป็นกะเหรี่ยงคุณโดนส่งกลับฝั่งนู้นคุณจะโดนเช็คมากกว่าที่คุณจะอยู่ฝั่งกะเหรี่ยงนี่คือข้อที่ถ้าคุณโดนส่งกลับครับก็พม่าจะต้องรับถูกไหมจะส่งให้พม่าแล้วคุณยอมไหมล่ะ
30年前とは異なり今国境を行き来すると逮捕される可能性が極めて大きい。トーン上はネット会議でかつて共闘したボーミャ将軍の息子にカレン州に身を寄せている学生たちの様子を聞くことにした。
And that they want to go back and do something so that they can change the political situation in Burma. But when they come to our areas, they need to be trained as a soldiers because there is no other choice that if they go back with their bare hands, they cannot really save their life. They cannot also help other people. That's why when they come to our areas, they ask us for help to be trained, and so that we give them basic military training so that they be able to protect themselves and also try to help the people who are greatly in need in the country. Right now, we still have at least 3,000-4,000 civilians, CDM people in our areas, but they're scattered everywhere. They're scattered everywhere throughout our control areas, and we do our best because they need food, they need humanitarian assistance. They short of supplies. Because right now is the time of COVID, and many people also affected by COVID. Many people die short of medicine, short of humanitarian assistance. So we want the Japanese government and Japanese people to consider about our case, and so that they will have sympathy. They will also try to help the people of Burma and the ethnic group.
政治犯支援協会によると11月25日までに軍は1293人を殺し1万人以上を逮捕・投獄している。無辜の国民が一方的に殺され続ける中、トーン上はある考えを実行に移す。
Even though the United States and the UN prohibit to sell guns in Burma, and they make a sanction on Burmese military, they also have guns factories, a lot of gun factories. They can have rocket factories, they can have cannons, they have mortars factories, and they have a bullet factories. They can produce a lot of bullets, whatever they need. So from our side, we only have limited guns in the ethnic areas who have guns, but they are purchasing from black market, and now the black market rate is very high, and it's also strictly prohibited from Thai government to cross-border purchase, and also from India, so Bangladesh too. So it's very difficult for us to find guns, and then that's why I was thinking that if we can buy guns, we can make guns by ourselves, because in the past the people obey the orders from the government not to have guns, because only government have guns. The police force, the military force, they have guns, but people have no right to bear arms. Now the military is not protecting the people. They are now killing and slaughtering and torturing people. A lot of thousands, more than 1,300 already died because of the military action. So we don't have any alternative. So if we want to fight back, we have to bear arms. So my idea is we have to produce ourselves by using our own human resource like engineers and also internet servers and a lot of people also want to fight back. So some people donate money, some people donate their labor, some people organize the groups. So that's why we are doing it right now. So we can produce ourselves and we can fight back. Otherwise, we will be like a sitting duck. They can kill us anytime if we don't have guns. We will lose again.
レストランの個室で秘密会議を開いたトーン上。元国営企業のエンジニアが協力を申し出た。手渡したのは第二次世界大戦で連合国軍やレジスタンスが使ったステンと呼ばれる短機関銃の専門書だ。
มันถูกไหนบุเราจะนอนจะนอนแม่
ว่าที่จะนอนกูกูไม่ได้ใจมันหาปากกูไปยังเลยถ้ากูว่าจะไปจะไหนเลยจะนอนก็ได้แต่สุดากูว่าแต่กูปัดแต่กูดีแต่ไม่รู้กูว่ากูได้แต่ไม่รู้แต่ที่ที่เราจะนอนกู processing production หมดเลยที่ได้ตัวแต่ละสันหาเลยแต่เราตัวกูเดี๋ยวว่าอย่านั่นแหละสักทีเนี่ยตรงนี้แต่นี่ตัวเล็กตัวใหญ่ running กูตั้งแต่ประเดี๋ยวเราเทปยังมี running အတလားတော့တုံးသိမ်းပေးလိုက်တော့တုံးသိမ်းဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်လည်းတုံးသိမ်းကျွန်တော်စကီတုံးလာပါစကီတုံးလာတယ်စကီမတုံးလို့မရခရစ်လိုက်ဒီတုံးကလက်ရှိနေ90တိပြည့်ပြီ90တိပြည့်ပြီဟုတ်โอเคပဲကွာဟုတ်တယ်ဒီနေ့
軍に殺され続けないためには少なくとも自らを守る武装が不可欠だ。しかし人道援助こそあれ、今のところ自衛のためであっても武器援助はどこからもない。ミャンマーにありながらカレン民族同盟が軍政とかろうじて対抗できてきたのは独自の軍を持っていたから。その外務部長に展望を聞いた。
Very, very bad. So quite different. At the time, 1980, when we were students at the university, we included and involved in this movement. But you know that it's time just we place reliance on, especially I mean the information. We just rely on the radio. Yes, the whole day we work together, but we don't know any information where around our country. But radio. Waiting for all this, but not like that. Information technology is very, very different from the past 30 years ago. And then at once, immediately, you can know everything so what happened in our country. From the military side, even though they want to black down and then they want to cover everything to get from their side, but they can't do anything about it. The people know that what is right, what is wrong. Now this is a good time for us, and when we compare to the people movement in the 1988, especially, we don't have any kind of like the CDM movement. We don't have something like that. Just only 1 or 2 months, and then the military can control everything. But now 9 months after our military coup, they can't do anything. They can't control the country, and then the spread out the conflict spreads all over the country. We strongly oppose the military action, military dictatorships, and then we strongly support who are against the military dictatorships and coup. So now, as much as we can, so we work together with them and we help them. We give them assistance to stay, not only to stay here, but also how to prevent, how to recounter the military actions in the cities and town. But your questions about the training that like that, yes. They really need training to how to fight back, and then just only based on self-defense. We only based on self-defense. But now you know that not only self-defense, because from the military, they're more and more very, very offensive and very, very aggressive to the people, and then they don't have a chance. They don't have a chance to take other options, only to take defense like that.
このままでは内戦となり、さらに犠牲者が出ることが危ぶまれる。しかし、こうしている間にも軍は若者たちを殺し続けている。防衛し反撃するため、トーン上は武器製造計画を急ぐ。メソートから国境沿いを数時間走ったとある町。その攻防は カーテンを閉め切った住宅の一室にあった。トーン・ジョーの息子のような年の若者たちが 3D プリンターを使って機関銃を作っている。国際社会がミャンマーで PKO などを展開し、まずは武装解除させられないならば、どうしてこの武器密造計画を批判できよう。手作りの玩具のようだが、彼らは今できる限りのことをやっている。命を懸けて祖国の民主化を願う若者たち。タイへ亡命し30年にわたってミャンマーからの難民や移民を見てきた医師シンシアさん。彼女の怒りと思いも同じである。
Suffering is not over. It's ongoing. Many people displaced from their home, separated from the family. This is ongoing. Over the past 30 years, this happening again and again. Actually, the military or the central government never been care for their own people or suffering of the people. And the other challenges is like the ASEAN community. We need more support, especially for following the human rights and like democracy and peace. So the ASEAN need to be engaged with more on that issue, and people-to-people connection need to be strengthened.
軍に対抗する国民統一政府は国民防衛軍を創設し、この川の対岸カレン州で訓練を続けているが、兵士には小銃すらない。トーン・ジョーは今度こそ若者たちが軍政を倒し、祖国が民主化を遂げられるよう模索している。
This is Thailand, and I'm standing on the Thai side, and on the opposite side is a Burmese land, our birthplace. It was separated by the Moe River. Right now, I can't cross to Burma because of the COVID-19 restrictions, and it is very hard for me to go there. But in the future, I will cross anyway.
彼が危険を顧みず祖国へ渡るのは。
My purpose of crossing the border is to see what is going on in our democratic side, what they are doing, and how can I encourage them? How can I give them a positive, information that we are working on? We are not staying lagging behind. We are doing something for them, and also for our democratic nation, to build up the democratic nation. They have hope, and we have high hope to win the battle. So that's why I want to cross the border.
この直後、SNS にメソードに来ているトーン・ジョーの暗殺計画があるという書き込みが。本人は気をつけるが軍の心理作戦だろうとひるまず支援活動を続けている。ミャンマー市民とトーン・ジョーの明日は私たちの注目にもかかっている。